hear about the New York Times thing he did?
Oh, we know all about it.
Yeah,
Yeah, we talked about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen
For Harley's benefit, the New York Times did an article on Wings of Redemption, and like they have his picture in the article.
He can't stop talking about it before it happens, and then you think he would know by now. Don't talk about this shit before it happens, but like he's like a kid on Christmas, like telling people about his new bike he got, So he just can't wait to spill the beans till after. So he's talking about how he's getting this New York Times interview, and then the trolls, of course, contact him, and the article changes, because they contact him about the stuff he said in the past. I don't get. It's like the same mistake over and over and over. It's insanity. It's a definition of insanity.
Yeah, and it's just that I think the trolls are entirely powered and fueled by him. Like when we were talking about that reality show, if that happened and that reality show like wasn't a success on TV, I do know that the Clips channels is like a 7-figure business.
Oh,
if that reality show exists, the Wings Clips channels on YouTube taking like 1, 2, 3 minute bits from the show and recutting it, that's a 7-figure business right there. And even if only one episode got released, 1 35-minute episode or something,
that's there for the next
that's
decade.
Content for 4 years.
Yeah.
Like 4 years.
God, is it crazy for us to produce the show? Is it crazy to hire a film crew?
It's the most logical, best, coolest thing.
Guys, I'm 4 hours away.
And the first episode is just it's Taylor and Wings getting lunch.
That would be episode 1. You guys, all on the
we're
table.
smoothing it over.
Exactly. You guys show your cards, fully transparent.
Oh, you saw you buried.
But what I'm upset about
all you
is
can
that
eat crab.
Yeah, we have a competition over all you can eat crab over who is the deserved host of PKA. After I slaughter him in that, I feign some false humility.
Let me ask you a question.
The thing I'm the most upset about is that he's not really 6'4". What?
He's not really 6'4".
That's what I'm upset. I'm gonna show up and like of all the things you could be like frustrated with, I'm gonna look for him like Wings, and then like when I'm taller than him, what? Are your feet okay? Like what's going on?
What if you ate crab for who would be host of PKA, and you're like 3 pounds deep, and you're like, no big deal, I can keep going. But you look at him, and he's not even breaking a sweat. And not only that, Taylor, they've got some of those cheesy Red Lobster biscuits, and he starts eating those for the fuck of it. Just like he knows he can beat you with extra room to spare. He's like, I don't care. And he's like enjoying the biscuits, like chatting it up, all lighthearted.
I would be so happy to see him do that because he's just blowing himself out. I'm the tortoise. I'm eating until we start the competition Sunday. I'll wrap up Tuesday afternoon. He's gonna burn himself out so quickly on those cheddar biscuits. And I also guarantee that my dexterity, my speed in opening the crab, it's going to be unmatched.
I'm sorry,
give me 8 clusters. I'll be through that, devoured it, digesting for an hour while watching an episode of An Idiot Abroad. And he's still out there struggling with bloody fingers.
See, the problem with that, Taylor, is Wings of Redemption doesn't crack his crab open. He eats it whole. Okay? Shells and
all right.
That's
Real
how he's
respect,
so fast.
real.
That's how he's so fast.
Okay, well, then he's going
the whole thing.
If he survives eternal bleeding, he's going to beat me.
You know what's so funny about this is you're like, we're having this conversation. We're like, yeah, you guys go and produce. The funniest thing is like, no one here can afford Wings. Even with everything going on in his life, you want to do this? Like, we can't afford this. Even if we all pooled together, we don't have the money to produce one season.
Stupid to
just
take the
for
money.
his talent rate.
I would have no confidence that we wouldn't get 40 minutes in, like me, Kyle, and Woody get off a plane, and then he'd be like, you know what? I don't want to do this. And then he'd be like,
this is going to be embarrassing.
But we're here.
Nah, he would say, I don't want to make a fool of myself. And it's like, that's what you've been doing for a decade.
That's what he's contracted into, though.
Now.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he's contracted into. So when he's like, I don't want to do it, you guys are like, great, this is the show.
How about this?
Like,
we make him sign an NDA, legally binding, harsh punishments. After he's signed it, he realizes he's signed a non-dairy agreement. He can't have dairy until he's down to a BMI of 24.
Not my cheese.
And that's the show. Is he's legally bound to not be? And there's a cop that a dairy cop, and he keeps him from consuming any dairy. Billy Club,
Shalila,
cheese head on. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Can I just be the cop since I have the mustache? Like, I'll wear disguise.
Yeah. Impersonating a cop? That's not a crime if you're filming.
Nah, not in South Carolina.
No. You're filming, it's acting.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just acting like I pulled this guy over. What are you mad about?
No, I've long thought that he could literally, because you know, some of that reality stuff that actually gets popular is just so trash and so bad. And his stories are real. Like that shit is real over there. That the crazy stuff with people pulling turds out of buttholes and fucking
you're not gonna believe this, but the problem, Wings is not fat enough. My 600-pound life and those sisters who are behemoths in their own right.
Yeah, like Wings can do jumping jacks ish.
He's quite athletic. He's quite athletic to be so
he's like
big,
a running, jumping large man. Like he could do that kind of, you know.
He's a bit like Chris Farley. Yeah.
He's gonna break something in the house, maybe. But listen, why don't you, call him up right now.
We don't have his number.
You don't have his phone number.
I have no way of contacting.
You're lying.
I swear to God,
you can't contact Wings right now if you wanted.
Kitty has. If I needed to get in touch with Wings, I'd be like, Kitty, give me Wings' number, and I could contact.
No, Zach, you don't have to.
Don't do not want his information.
When he comes back, he's like, "Yo, I was gone for one episode, and Wings was on."
Oh, that was great.
Wings taking Woody's job is the full circle. That's the full circle. That's when it's complete.
That's the final plot point. The full circle documentary.
Yeah,
is that Woody decides that he's got enough money and he's going to be a flyboy in Spain, and Wings jumps in. It takes the reins. And then like immediately the next week, me and you would be sitting here like it's 7 Eastern, and then we'd get a message like, "Don't feel good."
Not gonna make it tonight. An hour and a half late.
It begins like the same.